More about such event. I am joined live here on All24 News Studio by Ali Qratbi, Cooperation Director at the Algerian Ministry of Environment. Mr. Ali Qratbi, thank you so much for joining our studios. First, my question is, do any developing countries benefit from such initiatives whatsoever?
Thank you very much, and honored to be your guest here in this plateau, speaking about this very important topic. So, as you know, the environmental diplomacy has been created during the 1972 after the conference, Stockholm Conference, because the structure of how we deal with environmental issues and the environmental crisis was not the same before 1972 and after. After we have seen the creation of many multilateral environmental agreement. Some of them treat climate, some of them treat biodiversity laws, and some of them treat desertification and so on. So we have assisted the evolution and the progress of this concept of environmental diplomacy. And recently, after Paris Agreement, we have seen also the climate diplomacy, which is a new concept to show how we deal with the best way with the climate crisis.
Very well, indeed. And concerning compensation plans and efforts that, let's say, these developing countries are making in order to, let's say, lessen the damage, the deterioration vis-a-vis the environment, are developing countries coordinating efforts in order to perhaps ask the West to help? I mean, these industrial countries and developed countries are the ones polluting the environment. So what's it to our developing countries?
Yes, of course, the historic responsibility is not the same from country to other country. For example, from developed countries and developing countries. So today, developing countries are asking developed countries to provide them with finance resources so that they can finance their project and many programs in order to fix some environmental issues in their territory and in their national level. So they consider that the cause is developed countries due to the industrial activities in the past. So in the framework of multilateralism, you find many groups, UN groups. You have the African groups, you have Arab groups, you have G77 plus China, and you have LDCs groups. So in the framework of COPs, during the COPs of different conventions, so we see negotiation about many topics, and the finance is crucial need, and it's also considered as a key item in the agenda of these COPs.
And what about the national effort in preserving the environment?
In the framework of international cooperation, we are trying to master, and we are trying to enhance synergies between the ongoing process. I can give some of them. You have the global biodiversity framework. So some ongoing processes are taking place on nowadays. So you have, for example, from today, the COP BRS, Bâle Rotterdam Stockholm, which treats the toxic waste, are taking place in Geneva, and we have three representatives from our institution there, and we have, for example, UNFCCC, and you have UNCCDB. So the different conventions which have been created in order to find environmental solutions. So what we are doing, we are trying to optimize our and maximize our participation in the different international conference. We are trying to improve our performance in terms of negotiation and in terms of financial access. We are trying to increase the number of our partners and try to prospect to find some new partners due to some emerging issues. We are trying to increase the number of memorandum of understanding and in the framework of bilateral cooperation. So all these activities and all these efforts, we are doing so in order to improve the quality of our cooperation, in order to find some solution to our environmental issues, And we are looking forward for new way of international cooperation in the field of environmental protection and sustainable development.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ali Qadbi, for all these clarifications. Moving on now, intense thunderstorms through France left 1 dead and 14 injured, according to local authorities. Residents of southwest France posted photos online of hail the size of tennis balls, and drivers in the Paris region shared images of flooded roads and daytime skies blackened by thunder clouds. According to the utility company Enedis, thousands of households remained without electricity on Sunday after the storm struck on Saturday.